Hi, my name is Milan Zoe. I am the founder and CEO here at Melanin Plus. We are a one-stop health and wellness space specifically catering to minorities in the community. I am 2 times certified in body sculpting, which is non-invasive lipo for those of you who don't know, sound bath, sound healing. We just brought on a certified health coach and a certified yoga instructor. So that's kind of the sum of what we do from a service standpoint, but we are very much so community first, services secondary. So there's a lot of other things to tap into that we have going on here, including free weekly workouts, events. We just hosted a financial literacy panel in the Pasadena area. I'm originally from New York, born and raised. I then went to Howard University, where I majored in communications. I had a concentration in public relations with a double minor in psychology and entrepreneurship. I stayed in DC for 1 extra year. I started my career at BET, at Viacom. I was there for 6 years before I stepped away and started my own production company. I knew that I wanted to be, of course, in LA. I came to LA for the same reason I went to Howard. I knew if I was going to compete, I wanted to compete against the best. I then started my nonprofit called Changing the Narrative, which in short is about teaching youth as well as content creators, celebrities, and influencers about the importance of the content that they create and disseminate, with the effect of ultimately affecting race relations. And then Melanin Plus, I've been an athlete my whole life. I played collegiate basketball, and so health and wellness was something that was always important to me. It was always a passion of mine. I originally launched this business. Our first office was in Culver City, Inglewood area. Love is what brought me to Pasadena. And so now that I've relocated here with my partner, he has a huge company here in the Pasadena area. I relocated my office here. We just moved into a home here. So this is our new home, and we're excited to be a part of the community. It all started about 4 years ago when I was sculpting originally as a client. It wasn't as popular as it is now. And I could only get appointments in like West Hollywood, Beverly Hills. They were very expensive, and more importantly, I just didn't feel very welcome. But I absolutely loved body sculpting and what it did for my body, both physically, mentally, emotionally, all the things. And so I created Melanin Plus for community first, services second. So we do body sculpting, certified, 2 times certified in body sculpting, endermology, sound bath, sound healing. But like I said, community first. So I created the company in order to do different events. I do weekly fitness events for my clients, and just a number of things. Last year, we did a wine and book club every month. So anything that relates to doing or relates to health, mentally, physically, or otherwise, specifically for minorities, Melanin Plus is front and center. Like I said, I started body sculpting originally as a client about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I just wanted a competitive edge. I was an athlete all my life. I work out, I eat really healthy, and I was trying to figure out what I could do that was non-invasive that could really take my body to the next level. So I stumbled upon sculpting, and of course there's different types. There's people that really enjoy like cryotherapy and all the things. Body sculpting, in my professional opinion, is the healthiest as well as the most effective and long-lasting. And so I started going to get appointments myself. Body sculpting more specifically is the ability for us to essentially get rid of fat pockets in targeted areas. And so when you do have cheat days, because we all do, the fat that you're putting into your body is no longer able to be stored in the concentrated area. I play a total of 4 instruments currently as it relates to the sound baths, which are my sound bath bowls. I play the ocean drum, the rain stick, and chimes. And it really is just a culmination of different sounds that do a lot to change your mental and emotional state. It does a lot to release trapped emotions in the body. A lot of people don't know this, but sound travels 5 times faster in water, and our bodies are made of 70% water. So therefore, concentrated sounds and playing them in a certain way just really affect the body, again, mentally and emotionally. this business, myself, everything that I do is about community first and business and services secondary. I feel like the health and wellness space is one that minorities typically get cut out of, like education, finance, resources. So that's why I created this safe space. And by supporting this business specifically, it would just give us the ability and the opportunity to continue to give back. You know, it's a circular concept here, right? The more people come to support us, the more we can do to support the community. As I mentioned, like I said, I do free workouts in the area once a week. Like, again, we used to host a monthly wine and book club. I just did a pop-up event a few days ago right next door in the San Gabriel area, where I hosted a panel on financial literacy and financial health within the minority community. And I love doing that. I feel like God gave me melanin as a give back. He gave it to me in order to serve him and serve his people. So the more people support the business, the more I can, you know, live in my calling. Body sculpting and sound baths are both for men and women. Now, our female clients do typically post more, you know, and like to share their journey and experience, but I have both male and female clients that come in to get services done. And then of course, both men and women participating in all of the extracurricular things that we do outside of the office here. Self-care is so important. And I think that word has become very trendy, and a lot of people are using it, you know, for a plethora of different things, which is okay. As Black women, I think when we think about self-care, we think about deep conditioning our hair on Sunday, and we think about finding the right shea butter to make sure our melanin is popping. But for me, I like to take it a step further. Self-care starts with the inside out. And so here at Melanin, a lot of the services that we offer more specifically work on and talk to the inside of who we are versus, you know, the outward aesthetics, which is important, but the inside out is equally, if not more important. And I think it's a space that we don't talk about as much. Again, we don't have as much information or ready available knowledge about, and so I'm really excited about relaunching the company again, specifically here in Pasadena, and being able to bring that to the community. No one really knows this, so I'm gonna give you guys a little inside break here, but in about a week and a half, we will officially be launching our app, which will be available on all major platforms, the Apple Store, Google Play. And so our services here at Melanin Plus will become more than just what you could physically walk in and get done here, but you'll be able to kind of access the wealth of knowledge that we have all over the world through the app. You guys can find me personally on Instagram at Miss MISS Milan MILANZOE. The company's website is www.melaninplus.com. And our Instagram is at @myMelaninPlus on IG. You guys can find us there. We were so specific when we created the name, not just calling it Melanin, but more specifically Melanin Plus, because even outside of health and wellness, we really want to be a one-stop shop for the community. So I'd love to hear from you guys about what you guys feel like the community needs. And now that we're new here, you know, just what it is that we can bring to the table and how we can participate in the greater good.